Now let's learn the fifth type of reaction, that is oxidation and reduction reactions. First of all, we should know what is the definition of oxidation and reduction. Here we are defining oxidation and reduction in terms of oxygen. So in terms of oxygen, oxidation can be defined as the addition of oxygen to a substance. So addition of oxygen to a substance is called oxidation. Reduction means removal of oxygen from a substance. So removal of oxygen from a substance is called a reduction. So this is the definition in terms of oxygen. Now let's see oxidizing agent and reducing agent. So what is the meaning of oxidizing agent and reducing agent? So oxidizing agent is the substance which gives oxygen. The substance which gives oxygen is called a oxidizing agent, and the substance which removes oxygen is called a reducing agent. So with this idea, we are going to write one example of an oxidation reduction reaction. CuO plus H2 gives Cu plus H2O. So this is an example of oxidation reduction reaction. Now let's see what happens to the reactants. So here the reactants are CuO and H2. Here CuO changes to Cu and H2 changes to H2O. Now let's see what happens to CuO. Here in CuO the oxygen is removed. So oxygen is removed from CuO and CuO changes to Cu. So we can say there is removal of oxygen in this case, and removal of oxygen from a substance is known as reduction. So this is actually a reduction reaction. So removal of oxygen takes place here. That means CuO is actually reduced to Cu. So CuO is reduced to Cu. So we can write the substance reduced is CuO. So CuO is reduced to Cu, where removal of oxygen takes place. Now let's see what happens to H2. Here H2O is added with an oxygen. Here there is an addition of oxygen. So we can say addition of oxygen here, and H2 changes to H2O. So addition of oxygen. So addition of oxygen to a substance, that is called a oxidation. So we can say this is an oxidation reaction. So actually H2 is oxidized to H2O. So we can write the substance oxidized. The substance oxidized is H2. So the substance oxidized is H2. That means addition of oxygen takes place here. Now let's see what is the oxidizing agent and reducing agent here. Oxidizing agent in this oxidation reduction reaction. So we have studied oxidizing agent is the substance which gives oxygen. Here CuO is giving oxygen to H2. So CuO has oxygen. So CuO supplies oxygen to H2. So we can say the oxidizing agent is CuO. Now what is the reducing agent here? So the reducing agent in this reaction is actually the substance which removes oxygen. So here H2 removes oxygen from CuO. So H2 removes oxygen from CuO. So H2 is the reducing agent in this. H2 is a reducing agent in this reaction. So the substance reduced in this case is CuO. The substance oxidized is H2. And the oxidizing agent CuO, reducing agent is H2. Now let's write one more example. So this is another example of oxidation reduction reaction. Here ZnO and C are the reactants. Now let's have a look at this reactants and check what happens to these reactants. So ZnO changes to Zn. Here ZnO changes to Zn and C changes to CO. So actually ZnO has losing oxygen here. That means there is a removal of oxygen in this case. So removal of oxygen. So removal of oxygen is called a reduction. So the substance reduced is ZnO. Now what happens to C? Carbon. So carbon changes to carbon monoxide. C changes to CO. Here we can see there is an addition of oxygen. So addition of oxygen means oxidation. So we can say carbon is oxidized to CO. So the substance oxidized is carbon, C. Now let's write the oxidizing agent and reducing agent. This oxidizing agent and a reducing agent. Here the oxidizing agent is ZnO. That means ZnO supplies oxygen to carbon. So the oxidizing agent here is ZnO. And the reducing agent in this reaction, the reducing agent is, so actually carbon removes oxygen from ZnO. So carbon is the reducing agent. So the substance removes oxygen, that is called the reducing agent. So these are the 4 points to be noted while writing an oxidation reduction reaction. So the substance reduced is ZnO, the substance oxidized is C, the oxidizing agent is ZnO, the reducing agent is C. Now let's see another definition of oxidation and reduction, that is actually in terms of hydrogen. So in terms of hydrogen we can define oxidation and reduction. So oxidation means removal of hydrogen. So removal of hydrogen is called oxidation and addition of hydrogen is called reduction. And also for oxidizing agent, the substance removes hydrogen is called oxidizing agent and the substance gives hydrogen is called reducing agent. So this is actually the opposite of oxidation and reduction in terms of oxygen. Here we are defining oxidation and reduction in terms of hydrogen. That is why it is the removal of hydrogen, that is for oxidation, and addition of hydrogen is called a reduction. Now let's take one example. H2S plus Cl2 gives S plus 2HCl. Now let's check what happens to these reactants. Here H2S changes to S. Here H2S changes to S and Cl2 changes to HCl. So H2S, what happens to H2S? Removal of hydrogen. So removal of hydrogen takes place in the case of H2S and H2S changes to S. So removal of hydrogen, that is called oxidation. So the substance oxidized in this case, the substance oxidized in this reaction is H2S. Now what happens to Cl2? So Cl2 changes to HCl. So here hydrogen is added to Cl2 and changes to HCl. That means hydrogen is adding, that means addition of hydrogen takes place here. So we can write addition of hydrogen. So addition of hydrogen means it is reduction. So addition of hydrogen is called a reduction. So we can say Cl2 is reduced to HCl. So the substance reduced is Cl2. The substance reduced is Cl2. Now, what is the oxidizing agent and reducing agent in this case? Oxidizing agent means the substance removes hydrogen. So which substance removes hydrogen? So Cl2 actually removes hydrogen from H2S. Cl2 removes hydrogen. So Cl2 is the oxidizing agent. Now what is the reducing agent? So the reducing agent is the substance gives hydrogen. Here the substance gives hydrogen is H2S, where we can see hydrogen atoms. That means H2S is the reducing agent in this case. So these are the 4 points, that is substance oxidized is H2S, substance reduced is Cl2, and oxidizing agent Cl2, reducing agent is H2S. Now let's write the definition of oxidation reduction reactions. So this is the definition of oxidation reduction reaction. So those reactions in which one reactant gets oxidized while the other gets reduced are called oxidation reduction reactions, or it is called a redox reaction. So redox means red from reduction, red from reduction, and OX from oxidation. So it is together called a redox reactions, or it is oxidation reduction reaction. So the definition is those reactions in which one reactant gets oxidized while the other gets reduced. That is called oxidation reduction reactions. So this is about oxidation reduction reactions.